Guys, it's Travalgar Valentine with another update. Today is day 141 of my project. Started my project at the start of the year, and so far 141 days have passed. I'm currently working on some new boxes, new bigger designs. This is one of them that I'm working on. Just wanted to share with you a few new designs that I'm coming up, and some updates, news, blah blah blah. So this is the first one of my larger boxes I'll be working on. It's a pretty funky pattern which I did with spray paint on the top, with a stencil, and then went with some pro markers in the background. Added some Posca markers for the details and things. Currently working on the inside of it as well. I'm doing sort of an abstract spray paint kind of effect, and I'm working on these mandalas on top and on the inside as well. I think it's going to look pretty rad and pretty awesome once I've finished. That's one of them. This is another large box that I'm working on. Currently with some cool mandala shapes on top and some random mandalas on the side. They sort of like half mandalas. I've just literally been doodling with the Posca markers. I found them very useful for this. Haven't managed to open this box yet, but when I do, I'll do the inside as well. I've also been finishing up some cute little bird houses as well. These were done with pro markers, a few bits of puffer paint for the 3D effect on here. Quite simply done. These were quite handy to hang up and things. Have another one here. Here's another one. This is a bit more of a cool psychedelic kind of one. It's got 3D paint at the top. A little bit of plasticine there just for this cool edge here. I've done some more to this little box that I have. Hopefully these boxes will be going online in a few days. All of my sea creatures, they're all collective on this one hexagonal box I've been working on, where I've got a variety of different marine life on it. Hopefully when I'm finished this box I'll do the inside as well. Here's another cool funky box I did. Pro markers in the background, then Posca markers on top. It's got the silhouette of butterflies and a few mushrooms and things around. This is carved in at the top with the cool yellow and blue. It's got 3D marker on the top here. This is probably my favourite that I'm so proud of. This is a cool mushroom design box. This one all opens with a hinge. I've done a kind of a chrome on the inside. This is what I'm going to be doing up a little bit more. It's an old box that I did with this cool car design on top. It's a little suitcase, but it's got different edges all the way around. Something different completely from the other ones. I like to try different ideas. And on the inside, there's a bit of work to do here and there, I think, just to make it a lot better. So the box I want to do some more on. It's quite difficult. I like to work on different boxes all at once, so it's hard to decide which one to work on sometimes, more than the others. But I think I'll be doing more on the mandala design on this box for now. And I can't believe I've only recently discovered about Posca markers. They're amazing for the kind of work that I do. Make my work a lot more better, a lot more vibrant. So I fully recommend anyone who wants to try this kind of artwork to try Posca markers. I've had these for less than a month and I've already gone through 2 colours. That's how much I've used them. It's not the fact that they don't hold much colour, but it's the fact that I've been using them every single day for pretty much nearly every single box I've been doing. It's good for another opaque layer on top of the old designs that I did. My kind of designs are a bit cartoony, a bit funky, not very realistic at the moment. But for the kind of layers that I do, with all these abstract patterns and stuff, psychedelic pictures and everything, it's good for overlapping stuff. As you can see with this other box that I did, with the black swirls for the octopus, I put the blue pro marker on top, and a variety of different pro marker effects on here as well and things. Very useful. These mandala patterns I'm doing for this box, I'm not really doing too much planning for these. These were just a rough doodle with white and then going over the top with a variety of colours and pro markers and stuff. With these the better the look is kind of how much time you spend into them, but you've got to make sure that when you spend the time into it, you don't go overdo it and it becomes too complicated, that it becomes very distorted. Unless you want that kind of effect, or if you want something stunning and you can still see the individual lines and stuff, just get a good balance of how much colour and saturation that you put into it, the composition and colours and stuff. So far I've got many boxes online. I've got about 20, 25. Hopefully by the end of this month I should have maybe 30, maybe 35 I think, once I finish all the rest of them. So it's slowly progressing with the amount of designs I'm doing. But it's not about how many I do, although I like to do a hell of a lot because I've got a lot of cool ideas inside my head. It's more about just see how many different kinds of designs I can do. I've got a large variety of things. Ooh, I forgot to show you this box. This is one of the bigger ones actually I'm doing. That's better. Here's one of the larger boxes that I'm doing. This is the cool design on the top. This is the front. I'm going to maybe do something else on the front here, just to give it a little bit extra. This is the side. And then this is this side. And then this is a cool robot dinosaur I've done the back. This is one of the biggest boxes I've done so far in my series, and hopefully this will be online by the end of the week. Actually, I haven't actually done the inside yet, so I'm not quite sure how long it will take us, but we'll see, because I want to do the inside as well, and that's going to be pretty awesome. It's definitely one of my favourite boxes. My current plans at the moment is just to keep on going with the box designs, keep going with the marketing and business side of it, balancing everything out, doing about an hour of marketing, business, and joining groups and stuff like that to start off with, and then at least a couple of hours of art, editing videos as well for YouTube. General balance of lots of different things. I'm working on a book project as well. I'm actually finding a more efficient way of actually doing it. So hopefully the book will be finished in 6 months, I hope. Hopefully before September anyway. That's my plan. Currently I have work today at 3 o'clock till midnight. It's Friday night, so it's going to be quite busy, but I'll keep on drawing. How I started this project didn't quite start straight away. I did a variety of projects before doing this one. After I had this profound experience, basically that just changed my art forever, I was looking for a kind of project to work on for the rest of my life, to continuously do it, and it's not difficult to find it straight away. You find a lot of your weaknesses and you find a lot of your strengths when you participate and concentrate your art into a single focus point. Like I know for some people I've seen that they start skateboard art, for example, they focus that, and that I find that's a perfect medium for them, or they focus writing, try and write a book, and that just doesn't work for them, so they try something else. I tried an art competition to start off with. That didn't go the best, but I learned a lot about myself and learned about a lot of techniques and things on the way. Did an anime competition, I won one of those. Then I thought maybe I'd try and write a comic. After about a month or two, maybe even 4 or 5. I wrote the story in about 4 or 5 months before that, drawing it for about another 4 or 5 months. I realised it's sort of like a long-term project that lasts probably about 10 to 15 years, and I need to focus more my art a bit more, spread it a bit more over a lot of different things and stuff, and it was getting a bit too, I was in it a bit too much and I couldn't really get along with it. It wasn't really going anywhere. Alan Moore said he had sort of the interest in comic artist. Said he had a similar kind of problem when he started doing comics. He tried to write a big one to start off with, like what I was doing. Instead you have to work on little ones, like 3-paneled storylines, which will give you the pace that you need to keep on going, fresh ideas and stuff. Not with a big idea project to start off with. Big projects are better to do as a hobby aside from what you're doing already. continuous work every single day. We also have like a big project on the side as well. Then if you want to have a look at my comic book series, well, it's not actually a series, it's just I've only managed to actually ink one chapter actually, so but that's online. I'll put the link in the description if anyone's interested. After the comic I realised that it won't work out, but I want to do something a bit more filtered down to myself, and I found a lot of good advice along the way, so I tried to actually write down the advice into a sort of like a manual, into a book. I haven't got this actually uploaded yet, but it was sort of like it was sort of like cognitive art advice, like advice for getting a better imagination. And I was doing pictures in the borders because I was inspired by medieval artists, how they did their verse books and things. But I found out the pictures are starting to get a bit too heavy for the actual book, and I started focusing more on the pictures than the actual words. And so I cancelled it out before I went any further, and I realised that it wouldn't work. Then I tried a various few other projects here and there, a few commissions as well. After the commissions and stuff, I did a few boxes, and I realised how good they were and stuff, and people had a lot of advice, and I realised I could draw. It was a much more better medium for me, where I could do a different design all the time, lots of variety, lots of different mediums. It was such a good variable with lots of different things all the time that I thought this would be perfect for me. And now 140 days later, still doing it, so happy days. And this is probably the furthest I've ever got in my art in the way of business as well. I never really took the plunge with the comic, with the competitions or anything like that. I never took them further on Facebook or online or anything like that. But for these box series that I'm doing, I've took it a lot further than I have with any other series that I have. So I think this might be the one I've been looking for a long time. So far I haven't really ran into many problems. Mainly just funding for a lot of things, but once I start getting up and going properly, start making some more sales and stuff, this keep on going, hopefully, because I am fully enjoying everything. And as long as I can pay for the boxes back, the materials, I'm happy to do this as a happy product, happy hobby, shall I say. I've already got a full-time job at the moment. In fact, I'll be working very soon. Hopefully I'll get this box finished by the end of the week along with the other ones. It's hard to say when I actually will finish them because I keep adding new layers on and stuff, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's my goal anyway. Well, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully I'll get a better update soon. You can follow me on Facebook and follow the links in the description as well if anyone's interested in any more of my designs and stuff. Thanks very much for watching.